If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke out of you when I see you.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Drop a shout out in the comments below and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe to stay up to date with the latest in Hollywood goodness. Hope you all enjoy what comes next.
Because at that point she said that they were in a they were in an actual relationship. They were in Vegas together. So when that happened, she had already kind of been, in this thing where he's verbally abusive, allegedly, but she thought that they were together.
Shannon needed to have some accountability because he gave them something to shake down. He gave them something to target by making poor choices. Busby and this young woman got audio, video, and text messages. If you know all of those things are out there, you should shut the F up. I'm not here to speak to Shannon's guilt or innocence because I don't know, but I do know attempting to settle looks like an admission of guilt because I'm not settling.
$50 million, one lawsuit, and Shannon Sharpe's media empire just got a bullseye painted on it. Charlamagne, the god, didn't mince words. He launched the Breakfast Club like it was a courtroom, and Shannon Sharpe was front and center in the defendant's chair. What started as a quiet civil court filing has now detonated into a full-blown media firestorm, with audio clips, sponsorship fallout, and a lawsuit that threatens to nuke decades of credibility in one legal round. But what's really going on behind the scenes? Who's calling the shots? And is this just the start of a much darker unraveling?
I know one thing. If you're 54, you have no reason to be talking to a 19-year-old. She's 22 now. Shannon is 56. I'm so glad that audio of Monique went viral yesterday.
On the surface, it looked like just another headline in the chaotic world of celebrity drama. But when a Nevada court stamped a civil lawsuit naming Shannon Sharpe as the defendant, jaws dropped. The details? Explosive. The plaintiff claims that over the course of a 2-year relationship, she suffered emotional trauma, abuse, and sustained reputational harm, all allegedly at the hands of a man celebrated as a pillar of athletic discipline and media honesty. And this isn't tabloid fluff. We're talking about a filed lawsuit, with real paperwork and a $50 million demand attached to it. That figure alone turned heads, and not just because it's massive. It's a message. A number that big isn't just about compensation, it's about making a statement, setting a precedent, and grabbing every headline along the way. The damage claimed goes far beyond personal hurt. It's about lost brand deals, sponsorship fallout, and being allegedly silenced or intimidated. If even a fraction of it holds up in court, the fallout could make previous sports scandals look like warm-ups.
Because it's true. Sit your old down and go find somebody your age and build a family with them. As I said yesterday, men, we need stability and we need discipline.
The fact that if this is true, right, why would she go grab Tony Busby as the lawyer?
Yeah, if you want to be taken seriously, you don't go get Tony Busby.
I haven't seen anything. I don't know anything. I don't even know this person.
Then came Charlamagne, the god. And let's be honest, if there was ever a time for Charlamagne Unfiltered, this was it. On the mic at the Breakfast Club, he came out swinging. If you're 54 and talking to a 19-year-old, you've already lost the plot, he said. And that sentence alone ricocheted across social media faster than any courtroom filing. Charlamagne didn't hold back. He questioned the ethics, the optics, and the power dynamics in play. His delivery had the weight of a sermon and the sting of a roast. He called on men, especially high-profile ones, to do better, to show discipline, and to recognize that being in the spotlight doesn't mean you're untouchable. What made it hit even harder? This wasn't TMZ or a gossip blog. It was one of the most influential voices in Black media using a massive platform to say, enough. Whether you agreed with him or not, it set the tone for everything that came next.
I reached out to Attorney Busby and I asked him, first of all, did this happen? Did you guys file this because of that $100 million podcast negotiation conversation? And he said they've been in contact with Shannon Sharpe's counsel since February, long before any announcement.
This is not a criminal case. So there is no concern about him going to jail.
Let's rewind for a second. Shannon Sharpe isn't just a former NFL player. He's a full-blown success story. Born into poverty in rural Georgia, he clawed his way to 3 Super Bowl rings, a Hall of Fame bust, and eventually a second act that most athletes only dream of, becoming a breakout media star. His reputation? Authentic, blunt, funny, wise. He wore suits sharper than his comebacks and delivered sports takes with a blend of wisdom and wit that made his show undisputed must-watch TV. And when he launched his podcast, Club Shay Shay, fans followed him there too, because they believed in the realness. That's why this scandal hit so hard. Shannon wasn't just admired for his athleticism, he was trusted. People saw him as the truth teller. And when a truth teller gets accused of hiding something this dark, the backlash is instant, because it feels like betrayal.
Now, this woman is alleging that Shannon Sharpe her multiple times over the course of a 2-year relationship. The relationship that they had was He tells her and threatens her allegedly to say that like he will her if she ever does that again. But the part of it, she says that she was allegedly anally twice and that it was very, very brutal. And she says that she alleges that the was brutal, like it was very it was aggressive.
Now, here's where things go from serious to potentially career-ending. According to reports from the plaintiff's legal team, this isn't just a case built on memories and allegations. They claim to have receipts, audio clips, text messages, possibly video. And if even part of that is true and admissible, the courtroom won't be the only place Shannon's being judged. Public opinion moves much faster, and it's far less forgiving. Think about it. In an era where just one leaked clip can go viral within minutes, a full package of compromising content could destroy a man's public persona before he even sets foot in a courtroom. DJ Envy, Charlamagne's co-host, confirmed that some sponsors are already hitting pause. That means money is walking out the door. Fast. Because for big brands, it doesn't matter if you're innocent until proven guilty. All that matters is whether your name trends next to the word scandal. And right now, Shannon Sharpe is trending for all the wrong reasons.
She says that she was allegedly anally twice and that it was very, very brutal. She alleges the last incident happened January 2025. So then I said to him, well, you know, they're also saying in Shannon Sharpe's statement that there's a video that has been altered to make it look like their or whatever is non-consensual when it's actually consensual if you show the full video.
Enter stage left, Tony Busby. If that name rings a bell, it should. This is the same attorney who's handled headline-making lawsuits involving athletes, entertainers, and billion-dollar settlements. So when he shows up on the case, it's not about quiet negotiations. It's about turning this legal battle into a high-stakes chess match. Meanwhile, Shannon's camp is already pushing back. His lawyers claim there's video evidence being manipulated, selectively edited to create a misleading narrative. Busby, on the other hand, says Shannon's team hasn't even seen all the evidence yet. Then came Monica Reyes, a legal analyst who dropped a bomb of her own. In civil court, you don't need beyond a reasonable doubt, just 51% certainty. That's it. If the jury believes there's a slightly better chance that the allegations are true, Shannon could be writing one of the most expensive checks of his life.
Tony Busby said to me, he is a liar. He never even actually saw it. It wasn't even referenced or referred to in the case we filed. But now that his lawyer has breached the mediation agreement that Mr. Sharpe's counsel insisted upon, it should be known that there is indeed a video.
This is a civil case, which means that he can either be found liable or not liable.
And now we enter the most terrifying chapter for any public figure in legal trouble, discovery. That's where the legal teams start digging, not just into the case, but into the defendant's entire digital life. Phone records, GPS logs, text threads, social DMS, iCloud backups, deleted tweets, it's all fair game. It's not just about what happened, it's about how much of it was documented, shared, or screenshotted. Charlamagne put it bluntly, algorithms move faster than subpoenas. In other words, by the time the truth comes out in court, the damage online is already done. And in a case with this much heat, every breadcrumb becomes a headline. Every new leak restarts the outrage cycle.
So then I said, well, wait, y'all mediated? Because that means that
this shit been going on. Like, he been knowing about this.
Been wanting to, like, there was possibly a settlement. Like, there's been conversations, right? Like, y'all didn't come out of nowhere.
The accuser in question is seeking $50 million. That was confirmed by Shannon Sharpe on that video today.
Charlamagne also touched on something most people overlook, the trial before the trial. The one happening on social media, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitter. The moment this story broke, everyone became a lawyer. Hot takes flooded timelines. Clips got cut out of context. Think pieces dropped before courtrooms even opened. Charlamagne warned fellow media personalities, stop acting like judge and jury. Use the word alleged. Treat every accusation with seriousness, but also skepticism. Because the moment the media mislabels a claim as fact, the damage is irreversible. Not just to the accused, but to future victims and the justice system itself.
According to some audio that was put out earlier today by attorney Busby.
Now here's where it hits Shannon where it hurts most. The bag. You think brands want their logo anywhere near the words civil lawsuit or aggressive behavior? Not a chance. As soon as news of the lawsuit broke, DJ Envy reported that sponsors started pulling out or freezing deals. And it's not just Shannon's podcast that's at risk. It's every TV appearance, merch line, and brand collab he's tied to. Charlamagne compared it to a scoreboard going dark mid-game. Nobody knows who's winning. But the advertisers, they leave the arena either way. And this isn't temporary damage. Some brands never come back. Others will wait years, even if he's cleared. The stain doesn't wash off quickly.
Let me be very, very clear about where I'm coming from. I'm a bit torn in terms of his response.
This part is uncomfortable, but necessary. Charlamagne dug into the cultural bias beneath all of this. How black male celebrities often face faster judgment, harsher narratives, and public suspicion that sticks longer. Shannon's southern accent, once celebrated as part of his charm, is now mocked in meme form. His bold style and raw honesty being spun as arrogance or guilt. The narrative isn't just being shaped by facts, it's being shaped by decades of stereotypes. Charlamagne made it clear, if society's going to learn anything from this, it has to include an honest reckoning with racial bias in media, in courts, and in public perception. And in Shannon's case, that bias may already be steering the ship.
Knowing that audio was probably going to come out along with additional tapes, whether they be video or audio is unclear at this particular moment in time, Shannon Sharpe felt compelled to come out in his own defense.
Charlamagne wrapped this segment by laying out 3 possible futures, and none of them are clean. Option 1, Shannon settles, quick and quiet. But that will look like an admission of guilt to the public, and the hush money narrative will run wild. Option 2, he fights it in court. That means depositions, discovery, and potentially damaging evidence getting leaked week by week. If he loses, reputation torched. If he wins, he's still stained by the battle. Option 3, he sues the accuser back for defamation. But that's a legal war with no winners. Just bills, stress, and scorched earth on both sides. No matter what Shannon chooses, the internet already chose its headline. And once your image gets rebranded by the algorithm, it's nearly impossible to hit undo. This story is way bigger than a lawsuit. It's about power, perception, and how fast a reputation can implode when the algorithm flips on you. In the end, whether Shannon is innocent or guilty, one thing is clear. The moment your story stops being yours, the internet rewrites it for you. So what do you think? Is this the fall of a legend, or a well-funded takedown designed to destroy a man on the rise? Let us know in the comments, and buckle up, because this case is far from over.